Hi. Oh my. I'm Regina, and you are you. Um, as you can see, I'm having voice issues, so I don't think we're going to make it an hour and a half. I don't think we're going to make it an hour. Maybe when I get warmed up a little bit. I haven't talked to anybody. I lie. I've been on the phone several times, but when I got on, there was a freaking. I got hacked. My credit card or debit card got hacked again, and so I had to talk to the bank, and I'd just gotten out of bed, and oh my stars, I couldn't. He's not believing I'm Regina because I my voice is way down here, so anyway, I feel pretty good, and it's just like I don't want to get into what made me sick or anything, but I was really quite sick Sunday night, and then my voice has been gone and my throat's been sore ever since then. If you can put two and two together there. So anyway, oh gosh, I was going to do a show about denial, and then I was going to do it about my mental health because of Thanksgiving alone, cooking a 28-pound turkey and doing all that stuff. And I think at this time with the COVID and people really in my life are starting to get sick right around me. The guy that designs my coffee labels, he's got the COVID, and he's a good friend of mine as well. And so it's all around, and so even though I don't think that I was exposed to COVID, I went and got a test because it was the right thing to do, so that if I did somehow have it, I would just stay home for the required amount of time and let the chips fall where they will. But what I didn't realize is how much I don't like to stay home and how much I go out and about. But anyway, let's take care of the business. So this is my channel, Conversations with Regina. Please watch the video, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you click the notification button so you can get the notifications of what happens, and oh gosh, all the information is around on my page someplace. So we're kind of sponsored by Raised Rose Coffee. I'm drinking the Columbia Patroness this morning, or here. It's a damn fine coffee. I always like that about what's his name in oh my God, now I can't even think of the show, that David Lynch TV show, Kyle MacLachlan. Anyway, and he's always talking about a damn fine cup of coffee. Well, here we go. Whoever that guy is. And I remember him from Dune. That was where I discovered this dude. And anyway, here I get sidetracked again. Here we go. Oh my God, it's hot in here. Whew. Where was I? I was talking about coffee. I'm kind of a single origin person. I make absolutely no sense. Anyway, find out about the coffees on www.reysroast, ReysRoast.com. And we have a real nice little website there, and you can order coffees there. So everybody's channel. I don't have my list with me today, but Louise has a show. Naya, Vintage Vanity, has a channel. Brittany D, Marty, Beyond Trans. I'm not sure that she's going to be up again this weekend or not. Stay tuned. if she is, I'm the guest, and if she's not, I'm not the guest. And oh gosh, Diana Salome has her channel. So check in with those folks. Chloe Connection. That's the next thing I want to talk about, is the video that I saw last night that Chloe did about gender euphoria as opposed to gender dysphoria. So, oh gosh, what business have I forgotten? Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Oh dear, I should shut my phone off so we don't be listening to that. So back to the gender euphoria. Is I suffer from gender euphoria because I'm so damn glad to be who I am, to present myself like this. I've never been more comfortable in my entire life, and it is the most positive thing that I have ever done in my life. Bingo. You know, we don't need to keep talking about dysphoria because it just brings negative plight to us. You know, when we're talking to doctors and whatnot, we can be diagnosed with dysphoria. But let's talk about gender euphoria. And for those of us who have transitioned, to talk about that and put a positive message out there. I loved what Chloe was saying last night. Hi, Diana. Hi, Sarah. I guess I should stop and say hello to everybody that's here. I mean, I already spoke with a lot of folks early on. Have I missed anybody? Oh, Sarah is here. Hi. Twin Peaks, that was it. Yeah. You're so smart. And Diana, hi, Diana. And who have I missed? I've said hi to Holly, Casey, and Christy, and Yahira. And how are you today? It's good to see you here, Yahira. And who, I don't think I've missed anybody now. If I have Christy kick me or something, I don't know. Oh, good. Good. Right on, Diana. I love me. That is so true. You know, and, you know, after spending my whole life not really liking me that much, you know, not really understanding. I miss Laura. Although I did say hi to you earlier. I'm glad you're still here. It's easy to get lost in that jumble that I see over here, and it just keeps moving. And because, you know, what is really cool is our little community right here. You guys are all friends. We're all friends now. You know, we keep coming here and talking every week. And that was why I wanted to come today. Unprepared and kind of, you know, under the weather. My voice is actually getting a little bit better as I go along here. But, you know, we're the start of the change. You know, we're the thing that's going to change the future. And you know, and we do that through loving each other and being respectful and creating a community that is a force in the world. And so let's go for it, you know. And that's the way, in my opinion, that things change, where people are no longer afraid of us because we're just normal human beings. And oh gosh, you know, how cool is that? I mean, we're having fun and the world changes around us because we're having fun. And, you know, does it get better than that? So I don't know. It's just one of the things. So my mental health issues, I have been locked in my house, and this is my main living area right behind me here since Sunday night. I went on a long hike Sunday, and when I hadn't eaten. I've been doing this intermittent fasting thing, trying to lose a few pounds, and sometimes I get carried away, and so like before I went on this 5-mile hike was the plan. I had a date to go hiking, and so I thought about eating, but I was afraid if I was eating anything before I left, because I don't want to eat too early, and then, so like I was finally starting to get kind of hungry right before I left. And well, if I do that, then I'm gonna like need to go to the bathroom and all that stuff. And I just thought, oh fuck it. I'm not going to. I can make it for 5 miles and whatnot. And so when I got back to the house, I was fine. I was good. I was really good. And I drank a cup of coffee, and that cup of coffee just like did me in. It just didn't set well on that empty stomach. It was like 30 hours without eating. And oh my stars. And I think I must have had some bug too. And so anyway, I got too far down there. But I digress. What are you guys talking about here? Wing it, Regina. Thanks, Louise. I'm trying. I am trying. Oh my gosh. So we're like discussing the formerly Elliot Page. Is that his name now? Or I don't know anything about them. So somebody fill me in. What was Jamie's video? Jamie who? Oh, okay. So Elliot Page is the name now. Okay, that's starting to make sense. Okay. You guys are leaps and bounds. You're leaps and bounds ahead of me. Jamie Dodger? I'm not familiar. Oh, it's a YouTube channel that I am not familiar with. Okay. So I've got my work cut out for me. Oh gosh. So I also received these videos this morning from a friend of mine that I got through one of them, and then I started the second one, and then she texted me, and I could see that the second one was very similar to the first one, and it's about a different kind of monetary economy, and it's called the gift economy, and it's all about giving and receiving something in return for your gift, but it's basically another gift of some kind, and it's kind of like a economy that's much better for the planet. So really interesting concepts. I've heard of this before. It's been called Ubuntu or or something is the way that it was introduced to me. Here in the Northwest, there was the old potlatch economy amongst the indigenous peoples. And that was where the person with the most gave to everyone else. And what a great economy that is, because everybody is taken care of. And there's just so many different ways of going about, instead of this always greed thing that the people with the most money don't seem to catch on, that they have more than they need. So, yeah, you guys are off on a whole nother plane. Oh well, carry on. I'll keep carrying on. Um, so anyway, the oh God, the world keeps going round and round. And while I'm locked here in my house, I've I've no idea what's going on. I don't watch TV during the daytime. I really haven't even been watching that much TV at nighttime, or YouTube videos or anything. I don't know what the heck I've been doing the last few days. Um, Feeling sorry for myself. That was what I was talking about, was the mental health aspects of people who are locked up inside their houses. And I wonder, and part of the whole gift economy is give the gift of calling somebody up that is having to be in quarantine or something, and let them know people care. Let them know that there's people thinking about them out there, and give them an opportunity to talk to another human being. It might save somebody's life. And we just never know. Hi, Linda Swanson. So good to see you here today. Well, welcome. And so anyway, reach out to people that are housebound, because some of us just don't like to be here, and I sit here and I worry about getting behind, because I don't have people trained to do my business. I mean, my business is so small. It's just always been about me. And now it's like the big Christmas rush. And here I am stuck at home. I can't even go down and roast coffee, because if I am infected, I get it all over the bags and then ship those bags out. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. So I'm stuck. I just have to sit here until they say, no, you're free, Regina. You can go do whatever you need to do. Keep your mask on. And that's really the way it is. When this all started and people were dying, I've kind of figured it would start touching me probably when it was around 50,000 deaths. And I got lucky, and it didn't, and I was basing that off of the Vietnam War, is I knew a lot of people who got injured, got wounded and whatnot. And some died, but one of my relatives died, was killed in action. And that was, in that 50,000 people. And so that's always kind of like the line I draw about, when something going to affect me. Here I am, a member of this community, and there's only a few 100,000, over 1 million of us that are out and about. So, I mean, things really start shrinking down out of 700 million people in this country. But here we are now at 260 60,000, I think it is, and people around me are starting to pass away from COVID, and so it starts becoming very, very real, and just that's where my mind goes as I sit here waiting for my test. And I've had a toothache over the weekend too. So yeah, my tooth started aching on Wednesday, and I think that could have been that I got sick. But who knows? Who cares? Blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. And here I am. And oh, thanks, Linda. I wasn't sure of that. So anyway, let me see if I can catch up. I don't, yeah, you guys have been chatting so much. Oh, oh gosh. I'm kind of with you on that, and the part about I have too many other interests and it gets boring. I mean, I watch a few, but I don't watch a lot. I got so many things going on. And I just don't like being home, you know. For a person that used to isolate so much, back in the day, as I was roaming the backcountry of Idaho and northeastern Oregon and southeastern Washington, um, it gets in all that remote country. I often was by myself for days and days on end, but there was always so much to do, so much to think about, and just focus on the jobs I had to do. And I really kind of considered myself an isolator. And after like 4 or 5 years of that, it really started being a problem for me. And so it had to change, and so then I come down into the real world, and then the next thing I know, I meet Regina, and wow, I wasn't expecting that to happen. um and so here I am, and never been better. Positive message, back to that positive message. So um I got gender euphoria, and I don't know. I seem to be getting a little bit of a voice here, but it probably sounds a little scratchy, feels a little scratchy. Um, so anyway, we've made it 23 minutes. Let's go 10 more minutes and see what comes up here, because I really didn't have anything prepared for today, and you guys got a great conversation going. So um where am I at on all this? Nod, nod. I agree, Christy. I'm in some sort of funk similar to cabin fevers. For those who have been there, felt that. What is? I miss. I miss something. Oh well. Oh. So, Regina, you don't lost weight? Yeah, it's going pretty slow, but I could I could stand to lose some, like no more than 100 pounds. No, I'm kidding, not 100. Good God, I'd be like being able to hide behind this, then you wouldn't see me. Um. Anyway, enough of that. A mug of hot water with lemon and honey will help me a lot. Well, I started doing. Um, I I had some tea here, if you can believe this. Regina, the coffee roaster, actually had herbal tea at her house, and it was lemon and ginger. And I would put a big old dollop of locally produced honey right in it. And I'm not going to say it's better than a cup of coffee, but it wasn't bad. It was not bad. And it settled my stomach down. And it has all the benefits of the honey and the lemon and the ginger. Columbia Patroness. Wonderful stuff. Anybody being their authentic self and expressing and living true to self can be interesting. I could not agree with that more. And Yahara, I think that a positive message that goes beyond transition is needed. And that's what we started off talking about today. Yeah. We've all come full circle now. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, you know, in this far north country, there's not a lot of lemons. Our grocery store is so small here. You go into the fruit section there, and I mean, lemons do keep, but theirs don't keep very long. So I wonder what year crop they were from. Um, anyway, I better not say too much because Linda and Holly are both here, and Linda and I went to the first women's march together. Hear me talk about re-entering social activities post-COVID. Two things: I'm now comfortable with being alone. Secondly, I'm going to be upset with people that keep this going. Absolutely. Did you have COVID, Linda, or did you have a close scare? Um, I think that this last surge has really made me much more conscious. I mean, I was doing pretty good before, and if somebody said, but if I got to the grocery store and, here's all these people walking in and out without masks, and I didn't have one on, I would go on in. Now I won't. I get to the door of the store and I see that sign that says masks, and I turn around and go back to the car and grab one, or I don't go in, or I go home. And I've gone to the big stores in Walla Walla, and I've sat in the parking lot and watched the number of people that were going in without masks and pulled out of the parking lot. But nowadays, most everybody um, has masks on in grocery stores. So That's interesting, Louise. I've gone more than full circle. I went beyond transitions for more than 30 years, but I'm interested again now in my renaissance. That's really interesting. And Marty talks about that a little bit too. And huh. I think when we're early in it, like I still am, 6 years down the road, and oh gosh, it's everything because it's such a huge change, and then you just want to just kind of like slide into to that other dimension, and some of my clients are really grateful that I've kind of quit talking about it all the time, and because they didn't relate and they still like me, and so it's interesting. It's who you hang out with in a lot of respects. Trans issues are not like huge on my daily conversations locally here, since I generally am not around other trans people, and I'm more likely to be with Holly and Linda than I am to be with a trans person. There's not a lot of us here to begin with, but I'm not the only one. So anyway, um, here I go. Now what do I talk about? Oh, my stars. So my mental health is back to normal now that I've seen my people. Even though they're just black and white, they're just white on a black screen. Um, and printed words and you know that's it's hard. I want human contact. How do we keep humanity in being by ourselves all the time? You know, does that make sense? Um, that's thought provoking. How do we keep humanity? I guess watching TV, watching videos, doing kind of what we're doing now. Um, but still, there is so much conveyed by a touch on the arm, a hug, or, God, we haven't hugged freely now for almost a fucking year. Pardon my language. That is that's the proper usage of fucking, you know. Get that out there and let it be known that it's been a long gall darn time. And that's I get that. Yeah, a safe circle of people. But I've always thought one of my safe circle of people is isolating in his family's rental place, their bed and breakfast place, because he's got COVID, and I always considered him, and it's cost my business quite a bit of money because their business is shut down because they've got the COVID in it, and they buy my coffee to serve, and so um, there's that safe circle because we can't control where other people go, And it's like the lady I went hiking with over the weekend. Um, she's in that safe circle on the other side of it. We have mutual safeties, and but our mutual safety just went to Mexico. And so I I don't know, you know. And that's kind of creates me to um shorten my circle. But so my normal walking partner, she's got the essentially the same circle of people, but and she works in health, and so she's exposed a lot more readily, and but the only time we're ever really very close and it's unsafe is when we're driving in the car to go hiking. And we don't wear masks while we're in the car. Maybe we should. We might after this. I don't know. But yeah, hug the hell out of those you feel safe with. Yeah, people in your immediate family. But like you, Christy, you've got people in your house, but there is a ton of people like me that don't have anybody in their house. And so, and you go out on the, it's not like I haven't had a hug this month, but they've been few and far between. Part of that whole gift economy I was talking about started in my coffee shop, and I gave hugs out a lot. And that was part of the reason for keeping it open. I gained wealth not in money, but in the relationships I had with people, and I was happy with that. And I missed that immensely, but it got, I miss those hugs of strangers. you know that's the part I really miss, is like meeting someone that I've never met before, talking with them, creating a moment, and giving them a hug and sending them off into the world, and most likely never to be seen again. And you know that's the thing that we're not getting right now. That is, that ever increasing kindness, that if we're kind to one person and that person goes and be kind to somebody, and it keeps growing, you know and things change that way, that divide that separates us all from whatever starts narrowing down, and we get this opportunity to share space, to share experience, to share our diversity. And what can be wrong with that? I mean, what a great thing that can be, and so like things change, and oh, we so need the change in this country to get us back on the right track. God, in the last, probably month before the election, and it's been a month since the election, I just can't freaking do politics at all anymore. It just like drives me crazy. And what a joke. What a joke it's all become. Holy moly. I don't think that the world's going to have a very high opinion of us regardless. Anyway, enough of that. I don't like this show to be about politics, but I'm not a big hugger unless it's family or a hot guy. Well, I can understand that. Hey, here's Marty. Hi, Marty. What do you mean I didn't look good yesterday? Oh, my stars. Bye-bye. Hope it all goes well. Yeah, he's leaving pretty soon, Louise, and it can't be soon enough. I mean, God, why doesn't he just frickin' resign? He's such a frickin' poor loser, you know? Oh gosh, that was good to see Marty drop in for a couple minutes. Wahoo! So anyway, or a couple of seconds, I guess. But what about Missy? Missy what? Who's Missy? Is Eva here? Hi, Eva. So good to see you too. I've missed seeing you. So, oh, and Adelaide Morningstar is here as well. The topic is pretty much broad open, wide open. I'm whining because I've been sick and I'm losing my voice, and it's starting to go now. And so we're probably going to let's see if we can make it 50 minutes and I don't know. Anyway, that is our status. And I've actually done okay for not having a topic. We weren't even going to have a show. You know, Sarah's been telling me for days, don't do it, Regina, just don't do it. And Marty told me not to do it. And I miss you guys. I needed you. I need this chat going on over here on the side. And I don't know. Somehow you guys have all become important to me. You know, but that's just the way I am. I connect with folks easily. And oh well, I don't want to get emotional. I love you guys. It's a hoot. So, oh dear. Oh dear. Where should we go from here? Oh. Maybe we're not going to make 50 minutes. I don't know. Well, we've covered everything from gender euphoria, my mental health, my illness. It's really been about me today. We've talked some about unity. We've talked about trans YouTube sites. That's been more in the chat room than I have. And I don't know. What else have we talked about? Maybe I should look and see if I can find a reading really, really quick. Oh my gosh. So this is one of my new tops. One thing about locking myself down is I shop too much. So that's the first thing I do every morning, noon, and night. Continual shopping. Like I've made of money. Yeah. Bye, Yahira. Are you leaving? Hey, bye-bye. And we'll see you next week, and we'll actually have a topic. And I don't know. I would do a topic of denial, but, I don't really suffer from denial. Oh, wait. No. That was kind of what I was thinking about, maybe someday having a topic of denial. Just another river in Egypt. Oh, boy. So, where was I? Whose turn is it to be heard? I should do a reading today. Let's see if I can find one real quick. And I really don't want to get looking too long here. How about a parable from Khalil Gibran? I think those are always fun. And so randomly, we can just open the book up, and the fitting thing is right there. Set a blade of grass. Are we ready for readings with Regina? So here we go. Set a blade of grass to an autumn leaf. You make such a noise falling. You scatter all my winter dreams, said the leaf indignant. Low born and low dwelling, songless, peevish thing. You live not in the upper air, and you cannot tell the sound of singing. Then the autumn leaf lay down upon the earth and slept. And when spring came, she waked again, and she was a blade of grass. And when it was autumn, and her winter sleep was upon her, and above her through all the air, the leaves were falling, she muttered to herself, "Oh, these autumn leaves, they make such a noise. They scatter all my winter dreams." How about that? That was kind of fun, wasn't it? I like stuff like that. Makes you think a little bit. So what'd you guys think of that? So should we do another one? This one's really short. I love the Gravedigger ones. You know, I always wonder about Khalil Gibran, and I'm really not that familiar with the Prophet, but this is the easy book to read out of for this because it's so thin. But I have another tome of his stuff, and it's just fascinating what this man's mind must have been like. It's just amazing. So check this out. The Gravedigger. Once, as I was burying one of my dead selves, the gravedigger came by and said to me, "All those who come here to bury, you alone I like." Said I, "You please me exceedingly, but why do you like me?" "Because," said he, "they come weeping and go weeping. You only come laughing and go laughing," because of burying the dead self, I guess. But that's kind of like my gender euphoria, is because we buried that old, you know, for whatever that's worth. But anyway, what a wonderful, wonderful day this has been. Um, Double ding, where's Casey? Is Casey still here? The Gravedigger again, Naya? I can, if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Since it's so short. The Gravedigger. Once, as I was burying one of my dead selves, the Gravedigger came by and said to me, "Of all those who come here to bury, you alone I like." Said I, "You please me exceedingly, but why do you like me?" "Because," said he, "they come weeping and go weeping. You only come laughing and go laughing." And here's one more, one last one. This one's really super short. This is just so fun. On the steps of the temple, this one is entitled. Yestereve, on the marble steps of the temple, I saw a woman sitting between two men. One side of her face was pale, the other was blushing. So, with that, there's our food for thought. The Gravedigger offers up a lot of thought, doesn't it? And what was the first one? God, my memory is just so screwed up. So true, Naya. So true. Yeah. I mean, there's always things in our personalities that maybe we should bury. Um, when we re-emerge, as we go through our transitions and whatnot, and regardless of who we are and how we identify, there's always a certain transition that we can go through, to be a better person. That's really what life is all about, is to be happy. And sometimes we need to change ourselves to find that happiness, regardless of what it is going to make us happy. And the things that I have found out, it's not fame or fortune that's going to make me happy. What is, happiness is an inside job. It's things like finding gratitude and finding nature and finding those little things that give us a feeling in here, and it doesn't have anything to do with wealth and fame. It has to do with the people that are around me that care for me. The other day, I was off a little mentally. I was surprised because I got home, I started feeling poorly, and I got sick. And when I picked my phone back up after I'd been vomiting for a while, there was like 3 people there that I hadn't talked to all day long going, "Are you okay?" And there was no reason. And one of those people I had not talked to for 2 months or so. She always gets really busy. She's a swing shift at a healthcare facility. And so she sleeps during the daytime when I'm out and about. And then when I have time to play, she's at work. And so we don't talk very often, but we're good friends. And is Magnus here? Hey, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you here. Well, welcome. And anyway, so it was really, I didn't even pick up on it until the next day or the day after about, oh my stars, that is the kind of connection that I have developed with people at this point in my life, is they actually care about me. And over time and space, we're connected by some psychic thread or something. And it's just amazing to me, because I've never had that happen before. And I was just tweaked a little bit. And so, oh gosh, yeah. So that's crazy good. My life is just continuing to expand and unfold right before my very eyes. And my voice is going because I'm getting passionate about something. And so we've made it an hour, and that last hurt. So, oh gosh. Excuse me, just a second. Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, it hurts now. Boy, Louise, you guys cut such I don't know how to say, thank you for transitioning back then and making it possible for the openness that we have today. what a change over the years, and what a great thing. And we couldn't have done it without those early transitions in the 70s, and you know, just one foot in front of the other one for so many of you, and you know, having to just be stealth and whatnot. But anyway, I've gotta go. Please like the video. And I'm so glad everybody came today, and Linda and Magnus, and who else was brand new for the first time today. You know, it is just fabulous. Keep coming back, because I love you. And anybody has any ideas about a topic for next week, shoot me a private message. And bye, Adelaide. And bye all. And I love you. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again now, because my thoughts are all on my throat. and thank you so much. I mean, I figured an hour, or no, I figured like 15 minutes when I first got on, and then I thought, well, I'd shoot for a half an hour, and well, here we are. We made it an hour, and sometimes I don't make it much longer than this anyway. So you all take care. Love you much. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye, all. Love you. Have a good day.